Hey everybody, my name is Russ. That is Lauren. You have tuned into the Infectious Groove music channel on YouTube. And one of the things that we love to do on this channel is share a list of 5, even though sometimes that's a very hard thing to do with certain years. And this is one of those years. So today we're going to discuss 5 great singles from the year 1982. We talk a lot on the channel about how the 80s decade is one of my favorites because of the diversity that was involved. And I think in this list alone, I'm going to be able to talk quite a bit about how incredible the diversity was at the time. And I'm only going to cheat once in this list, but I'm going to get it out of the way right at the start.
I remember you telling me about this when you're putting this list together. Good for you.
Okay, so the song that I'm going to list off of this album, this album had 3 huge hits here in the USA that everyone knows. But the 4th song on the record was a single, but it was a 12-inch single in other countries but the US. So like it was technically a single, but not here in the US, where we're based. But the singles from this record that you for sure know are Little Red Corvette, Delirious, and the title cut, 1999. For me, I love those songs. This album doesn't even start until DMSR, Dance Music Sex Romance. And I played this song for you the other day. As good as Delirious is and Little Red Corvette, I mean, this record takes off with that. Like, it's an 8-minute club, dance, and rock song. That's the 4th track on the record. Like, and it's like they're like, hey, here's this huge song that's like long enough to be where you're like, are you sure this isn't the 12-inch single version? You know?
Yeah.
So if you love 1999 and Little Red Corvette and Delirious, and you've never listened past that on the record, like listen to this DSMR by Prince. I love that song so much, and it's the only one I'm cheating with. The next one is one that I think, like we talked about in a video recently of the best, what's so great about the 80s soundtracks and the diversity. And like, I don't think it gets more diverse than an instrumental being, Chariots of Fire, the song Chariots of Fire by Evangelist, who I know had an enormous career all around the world, but like here in the US is like far and away the thing that he's known most for. But yeah, like just hearing that piano alone, you think of Slow Motion Runners, and like me, I've never seen that movie.
No, me either.
I know.
If you have, comment below.
Yeah. Let us know. I honestly have never seen the movie.
I'm yet to find one.
But I could, like, if I was ever putting a montage together of anything in slow motion, the first thing I'm going to do is reach for Chariots of Fire. And it's crazy to me. I love that an instrumental, a piano-based instrumental and synth song was a big hit. I love that.
It was a better time.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. I almost started using F words for no reason. The next one is, in my opinion, a super group. These are guys that were all way known for a huge amount of accomplishments to rock in other groups. And then 3 of them came together. Now, when you think of this band, Asia, most people, the first thing you're going to think of is the album cover because it's one of the coolest album covers in the history of the world.
Yep.
I would say, secondly, most people think of, I think, the bigger hit, Heat of the Moment. And what a jam. What a great song. Led mostly by the incredible riff from Steve Howe. That's such a cool riff. But for me, Only Time Will Tell is where it's at. The lyrics are fantastic.
So good.
We happen to be friends with somebody who was privileged enough to sing for Asia on a tour. And when he was practicing, like when he was in rehearsals, he actually sent me a couple lines randomly, texted me a couple of lines and was like, dude, have you ever really listened to these lyrics? And I was like, yeah, like they're great lyrics. And the lyrics in Heat of the Moment are great too. But for me, like, as much as I love guitar, I think that like this song opens with a ripping synth riff. And then before Carl Palmer even starts laying the law down, you know, it's just, and it's such a perfect marriage of everything they do. Like Heat of the Moment is so, if you heard that, you'd go, oh, well, yeah, that's Steve Howe, you know, but like, I would argue that by the time you get to like the, there's not really a solo in this, but like the guitar leads in the second half of the song, you would hear that also and be like, well, that's got to be Steve Howe, right? You know what I mean? So Heat of the Moment, or I'm sorry, Only Time Will Tell. But Heat of the Moment also jam. But Only Time Will Tell. Another one. Here's another one. We talk about diversity. People know Joe Jackson mostly for "Is She Really Going Out with Him?" like a punk sounding song, in my opinion. And then here's like the most 80s synth song. And I say that with all reverence. And we talked about in our video recently about the 80s, about the production. You could release this song today.
I love the way this song starts.
Oh,
it's just
yeah.
a jumble of stuff.
I know. And my favorite thing is when I was a kid, I just figured that was like a radio edit or something. And then a couple of years ago, I tracked down the 7-inch single for it, and I was like, nope, that's just how that song starts. Like he was like somebody hit the sequencer. We're
about to go.
And but I think the production on this, I think this you could release this song today, and nobody would know that it wasn't recorded yesterday.
I'd like for them to try.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You ain't kidding.
Sneak this in there. Somebody make this a TikTok meme, stepping out, see what happens.
That would be rad.
See what we could do for Joe Jackson.
But this is one of those songs too, though, that like I know it's your favorite when a song sounds upbeat and it's not. Like this song, the lyrics just to me are like, yeah, like let's go out and have fun. Like it's literally him just being like, yep, like I saw you having fun, like that. You know what I mean? Like instead of, not to be too old man yelling at Cloud about it, but like you said, like today everything is like I saw you having fun and that's the worst. You know, like everything on social media is like, here's why I don't like what you're doing, you know? And the song is literally a guy just being like, I saw you having fun. And I love that, you know? The last one, this guy has, I don't know, 11 billion hits. I don't want to overstate it, but I think it's 11 billion.
At least that many.
With the Commodores and solo and stuff that he wrote with people like Kenny Rogers and Michael Jackson. And but a lot of people be talking about Dancing on the Ceiling. A lot of people talk about Stuck on You, All Night Long. Hello. For me, You Are. I think You Are is the best Lionel Richie song. I could listen to You Are, which again off the top of my head, it's probably a 3-minute and 15-second song, I guess. I could listen to that song on repeat for at least an hour and not be bored.
That's great.
Like as soon as it starts again, I would be like, here we go.
You are the sun.
Yeah.
You are
well, as soon as
rain.
it starts, it's the baby, it's you. You know, like it's like, yeah, go on, Lionel. You know, like that's the same dude's been talking about Still and 3 Times a Lady and Easy and everything. Like same guy. It's just like, girl, you know.
I will continue this.
And again, like the song is just like, it's so complimentary. Like, you know, like you are this, you are that. It's all good things. And then you need to know I love you so. And you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, it's such a great, positive, upbeat thing happening, you know? And I know Lionel was like known for that and still is, but what a great way to do it. And as a side note, if you want proof that I'm not alone on this, Google Dave Grohl singing the song, because there is a video out there of Dave Grohl in a tux singing this song. And he's not just, you know, he's not like, oh, look, you know, because I can't stand bands like Weezer and stuff who like do things with a shrug. Oh yeah, we're making fun of Africa. You don't make fun of Toto, not up in here.
Or Africa.
Yeah. Or that song or the country.
The continent even.
Yeah, continent rather. But, you know, like Grohl is like so excited to be singing that song, you know, and it's like, here's the guy, there's the drummer for Nirvana, who wrote the book on Snark, you know, the band, and then the Foo Fighters, who are like nothing but comedy, and he's like so from their presentation rather, but he's so excited to be singing that song, you know, and it's like here's a guy who takes this song seriously.
Yeah.
So we know 1982 was a ridiculously good year, and there's probably people who are going to be like, how did you pick that Prince song above the other 3 Prince singles or whatever? But you know, I think I made a reason why, and there's so many other good singles. So when we do these videos, we ask that you drop a comment and let us know what some of your favorite singles were from 1982. We're going to continue this and keep going through a bunch of different series, and Lauren will be following up soon with a video of 5 great albums from that year. It's probably going to be some crossover on this list, but we'll see. But if you would please drop a like on the video, because that helps us out. Share this out on social media if you could please. And as we always say, thank you so much for watching.